Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. On today's video, I've got a few new products to test out with you. I'm also going to be playing with the Chanel Les 9 Ombres à paupières, so the eyeshadow, the Space Traveler palette. I did a full review on this palette previously, but I still want to go back to it, do a complete different look, something a little bit more with the tones of blue, a little bit more smoky. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. What can you expect? Well, I pride myself on not giving any BS reviews, and also because I purchased all their product. If it's been sent to me PR, it's going to be clearly said. And even though, like, sometimes I do get some product and they're just not as good as they pretend they are. So there is, even if it's being sent to me PR, you can expect to have an honest review. Otherwise, about me, I've got a pretty normal skin. I do use sunless tan. Speaking of, oh my god, I've been trying out this new sunless tan, fake tan. It is absolutely beautiful. It just gives you a very nice soft glow, and it doesn't stain the bed sheets. It doesn't have an overpowering kind of perfume and the fake tan smell. I really like it, and it was £20, so quite affordable. I got it at Boots, the pharmacy here, so very happy with this. And well, for now, let's get started with the makeup. I have just finished drying my hair, and like the volume is on point today, my friends. You know, sometimes, and yeah, I do have bits of curly hair because you know what, I just got lazy halfway and I was like, oh, I'm done with the brush. So if you come and look like under in the in the other layers in the basement, it is full of curls. And yeah, I have curly hair. I always dry my hair with the big round brush. I'm just, you know what, if it was summertime and when I used to live in Dubai, I didn't mind having my hair curly and kind of just put a mousse in and kind of let my hair air dry. But I feel like in the UK, it just gives a bizarre look. It's like I'm not on a desert island drinking from a coconut type thing, you know. I just think I prefer to have my hair a little bit more straight here. Anyway, so, but I've got so much hair that I always get bored halfway and just, you know, there's bits that are not really dry. And anyway, back to on today's makeup. I'm going to use my foundation. So this is a really bizarre thing. This foundation at YSL, the All Hours, that is a glow foundation, has been released in Europe in August, and it is an absolutely beautiful and stunning foundation, and it is not released in the US, and apparently they don't know when it's going to be released in the US. So I just feel like it's such a bizarre scenario. Like, why would you not? It's a beautiful foundation, so I am sorry. I know I'm using it a lot. I think it's gorgeous, and I do feel sorry for you in the US because you can't get to it unless you're traveling. But this is what I'm going to be using on today, on today's look. So Dior has sent me those very cute little hair clips that I'm going to put now to keep my hair out of the way. And I have another set of these. They've sent me 2 sets. I think you can purchase them on their website, if I'm not mistaken. And I've been putting them on baby girls to hold her little baby hair. And she just doesn't want to keep anything in her hair. Like the minute there's something in her hair, she just rips it off and just toss it on the floor. And I'm like, how am I supposed to keep her hair out of her face? Like, the food, everything is always in her hair. It's really annoying, but she is not bothered so much by it. And she spent the day just pushing the hair away. So if you have any tips as mom, let me know, because I'm not too sure how to deal. Can't force her to pin her hair somewhere. And she's just, well, no, don't touch my hair. Don't touch me. We're going to that phase of like, don't touch me with your eyes. You're touching me too much, but I still want love. I'm going to use my new brush from Dior. This is the number 11. I'm going to use to apply the foundation. And I think one pump-ish should be enough to do my face. And I think that sometimes we're all a little bit guilty of using way too much foundation, especially in a foundation like this, where it's quite stretchy and it's meant to be a medium coverage that gives a beautiful radiance, a really nice couture glow. And I don't know, I feel like sometimes I'm just maybe going with too much product. It is a really nice brush, I have to say. I quite like that it's dense. I think I'm gonna need just a little bit more product. I have ordered, so I am waiting to receive my order from Sephora. I have ordered the new foundation from Makeup by Mario. I'm quite curious to see how, I've seen good reviews. I also know that a lot of people are just, I don't know, it's a bit like Patrickta. People like to be mean with Makeup by Mario. Not sure why, because I think he's got amazing product. But there's like, sometimes I feel like a general consensus that we just don't like the product for no reason. Anyway, I'm quite looking forward to try the foundation. I do have quite a bit of foundation here, so I'm trying not to purchase too many foundation. I need to finish a little bit more what I have. You know, it was on sale, so I couldn't resist. I'll do a full video on what I've purchased at the Sephora sale. I don't think I went too crazy. I think I picked up stuff that I was actually going to wear and to use. So that is the foundation. It's looking pretty good. It's looking very healthy, glowy. It's giving you a really nice medium coverage. For my concealer, I'm trying a new concealer. I have this, I've seen this around on social media a little bit everywhere. It's the new L'Oreal Skin Ink. It's a concealer, but you could use this all over as a foundation as well. I'm going to use it as a concealer today. And I have shade 20 neutral. I don't know if it's too light, too dark. Let's see. I bought it online and it says that you have to shake it really well before you apply it. And you can hear there's like little beads in it. I think you need to shake it to activate the product. So let's see how it looks. So the applicator, the foot is quite large. That tells me that it might be better to be used as a foundation over just a concealer. Because if you want something very precise in terms of application, I don't know, let's see. I'm going to start with just one side. First impression, so this meant to be a very full coverage that stays in place for a very long time. It is very light, like surprisingly very light, and it just spreads so nicely on the skin. Oh, I am very, very happily surprised, guys. And it kind of gives you a little bit of a powdery effect. And I think this retails at like £10 here in the UK, so quite affordable. I don't want to put too much, but this is really, really nice. Let's see obviously how it looks after, you know, by the end of the video and the makeup. But very easy to apply. It just glides onto the skin. And there's not a single crease, like there's nothing. It's beautiful. I was expecting maybe a little bit more coverage. I could see that as I think I prefer this as a concealer. I'm gonna add just a little bit more, see? Because it's not super radiant, it's really matte. I don't think I'd be wearing this as a full face of foundation. I don't know, maybe I would need to try a different shade because that's way too light to be used as a full foundation. But if you're looking for a good alternative, this is honestly such a great find. The shade, so this is 20 neutral and it's not I mean, it's neutral, but I feel like there's still a little bit of yellow into it, which is fine because sometimes I do have a little bit more of a darker circle with a little bit of a purple tone, undertone. So it will neutralize. But this is honestly really good. It's next level light on the skin. Like you don't even feel anything. It makes me think of a serum-like concealer. Like, look at this. It's very, very soft. It's got a really nice feel to it. It feels like there is a lot, I would say there's a lot of silicone or wax into it. I don't have the box, but it is. And once it dries, I mean, it's not moving anywhere. It's dry, it's dry. My goodness, guys. This is really nice and it sets completely. There's nothing moving there. There's no perfume into it. This is a really great find. I mean, look at my under eye. No creases, just a really beautiful soft finish. I'm going to stay with my cream product and I'm going to apply the bronzer, my bronzer from Shimmy Haze Beauty in shade Skin, the Skin Sweat in shade Cedar 2. And I don't know why I did not pick up more of this at the Sephora sale. It's something that, and I know I've put it in my video of recommendation, and I don't know, I think, you know what happened? Filled up my cart and then left it there, went, added some stuff, removed some stuff, like pretty much I'm sure all of us did. And I don't know, it was like 10:30 p.m. and I just, purchased whatever was in the cart, and I feel like I should have taken another look the next day. So I don't actually quite remember what was in the cart, but I feel like maybe I could have looked a little bit more in terms of what was actually in the cart before pressing purchased. So that's going to be a surprise when I get my delivery in, what, 2 days time, I guess. Here, it is such a beautiful bronzer. It just melts onto your skin. It's like butter in a pan. And I like the tone. It's quite a warm tone, but I have a neutral skin tone, so I get away with pretty much anything. Happy days. I've got crazy hair. But if you have a cool tone, undertone skin, I would say Shimmy Haze is maybe not the best brand for you. They have some one that is a little bit more cool tone, but in my opinion, it's not the most cool tone. I think Farah Homidi, her bronzer, it's a powder. It's kind of that cream to powder finish. Probably better otherwise Westman Atelier, but it's not that budget friendly just as much as this is anyway. So now I'm gonna go and do my eye makeup before I do anything else with my complexion. I have powdered under my eyes just a little bit with my Givenchy Prisme Libre compact powder. And I powdered a little bit the rest of the face just to set the makeup. And now, this is such a beautiful palette. I was not reluctant, but I was a little bit unsure when I initially purchased it because, well, it is quite pricey. It's 130 pounds and it's 9 shade, and knowing Chanel, sometimes it does say this is a high intensity palette, but Chanel is always a little bit more on the sheer side of things. And I just thought, is it going to be just one of those very sheer palette as well that looks super pigmented, but yet once you swatch it, is literally just a little bit of a glittery thing. So I'm quite happy to report that this is a stunning, beautiful palette. It's got a really great payoff. The shades are stunning. And I am considering purchasing the Daring Muse palette. On today's look, I'm going to use more of the blue shade. I want to create something a little bit more smoky eye. So I'm going to use, tough decisions, my friend. I'm gonna go with this shade to start. And let's see. So this is the Dior brush that I'm going to be using. It is the number 21. I'm going with the electric blue here. And what I like about this palette is how big the mirror here at the mirror is at the top. So here we go. No primer. I don't think it needs a primer, to be honest. Oh, I am liking the shade. Very, very nice. It's like, it's metallic, but it's got a really nice feel to it. It's very light. Oh, I like this. And I'm going to use a brush like this to just shear it out and bring it upwards. Just like this. To say there's no falling out at all. So this is very good. I'm gonna add just a little bit more to bring it upwards here. Stunning shade. I really like this. Blue on blue, and I am wearing blue, so you know what? It's a blue day. Oh, gorgeous. I'm gonna do the same onto the other eye. So I start with my Dior brush. Press the product onto my mobile eyelid. So this is my base, and I really, really like it. It's so easy to apply, and it's just very, like, it's very metallic. It is really nice. It's a little bit more funky. It's got something to it. I really like this. And I'm also very impressed by the fact that there's nothing that has fallen under. It is a really nice eyeshadow. Like, obviously probably not your typical everyday eye look, but I think, you know, we're entering that kind of holiday season where you want to jazz things up a little bit. This could actually be a really, really good look. So now I'm going to use the deeper shade of blue, this one here. And I'm going to use a flat brush that is quite small and very dense. And I'm just going to press it along the line of the eyelashes. A little bit more like if it was a eyeliner type thing. You don't want to go too high either. There's a lot of falling out. Thankfully, I have powdered a little bit my face. So with a clean, loose brush, you really just dust off whatever has fallen off. I'm gonna do the same thing onto the other side. I've added that same dark blue shade just under the base of the eyelashes, and now all I'm going to do is add a little bit of, well, a little bit. You do need to add quite a bit of black mascara, otherwise we're not going to see eyelashes. I'm going to do mascara now. Right, so this is how it looks, and I absolutely love it, guys. It would have been the perfect makeup to apply fake eyelashes, but to be really honest with you, I said to my husband after filming this video, when baby girl is asleep now, that I wanted to go into town and get a donut. I know. A donut. Funny story, and also because I know you guys probably want to know a little bit more about me, and I'm really curious to know about you as well. But my first job, so I'm from Canada, I'm from Montreal, and my first job as a teenager, I must have been 15 years old, and I remember my mom had to sign a waiver because the legal age to start working was 16, but I think I was 15 turning to 16 like in the coming weeks. And my first job was at Tim Hortons, and like it is literally the school of life. It's like working at McDonald's or Subways or Taco Bell or any of those supply fast food restaurant. Like, it's literally, you learn so much. But also I know what a good donut is, and when we were living in Dubai, we had Tim Hortons, so I was quite happy because whenever I would have that craving of just like a donut, I could just go there and have a donut with a coffee, and that would just taste the exact same as when I was back home working at Timmy's. But we don't have that here. I think there's Krispy Kreme here in the UK, but it's not quite the same. It's not that donut with the jelly or the rousette, like the tractor wheel. But yeah, so I said to my husband I wanted to go into town to get a donut, even though I know it's not as good as Tim Hortons, but you know, sometimes you just have the cravings. So that's why I'm not gonna wear fake eyelashes, but this would be a really, really good look to put falsies. Also, speaking about first job, obviously I want to know what was your first job, so please put it down below in the comments. I'm really curious. Yeah, like I'm just thinking, what are our kids, like baby girl now is Willow, her name is Willow, she's 18 months going on to 19 months, and things are so different nowadays that I don't think I would want her to be working in a Tim Hortons or similar, just because, well, I don't know, first of all, where we're going to be in the world. We seem to be moving quite a lot, but I just feel like things are so not safe at the moment. It's a little bit crazy, and even though it's a great experience, I think it really builds you up for the future, and you do learn a lot and you develop skills. Like I was cleaning floors and toilets. Like you learn so much. I just don't know what the younger generations, I don't know what they're going to be doing. Anyway, back to the makeup. We need to finish the face. I'm going to apply some blush because the eyes are so, you know, the focus of the makeup is on the eyes. I'm gonna go for a blush that is a little bit more soft. And I'm going to use my Valentino. This is brand new. It is absolutely beautiful. It's such a nice formula. I am a big fan of Valentino Beauty. I have the previous blushes, and this is refillable. The previous one were not. This is shade 100R, so it's Stand Out in Nude. That's the name of the shade. It is the color Crush blush, and you can apply it onto your eyes as well. It's just a really nice pattern, and it's got a very nice pearly finish. It's very silky on the skin. It is beautiful, and I think this is going to be matching perfectly. It's very soft, and we're gonna play as well with the Hourglass palette in the Swan shade. So I'm gonna go with my other Dior brush. This is number 16. And honestly speaking, like obviously they are expensive. They are synthetic brushes. They were sent to me as a gift, but they are extremely good. I'm really, really surprised. I usually kind of, you know, just use my same brush and I'm quite happy. But yeah, if you're looking for Dior brushes, this is really good. And see how the blush just applies really nicely and smoothly. So we don't want to go too crazy with the blush, just a little bit of blush, just a little bit of color. This is quite neutral in terms of shade. It just adds a really nice touch. Beautiful finish, and this brush is really, really nice. It's a really good brush. I can't believe I'm saying this. Now, a few words back onto the concealer, because the concealer has been on to me for like 40 minutes. If it had to crease, it would have creased by now. There is zero creasing, but it's a little bit more on the dry side of things. So if you have a super dry skin, I'd say make sure you apply your eye cream generously. If you have a normal to a combination skin, you're going to love this product, the Skin Ink. And like I am really, really surprised on how great it looks on me. It hasn't moved, it hasn't peeled, it hasn't done anything, but I just think if you have a very dry skin, my advice would be make sure you double down on the eye cream and you are quite well hydrated. Now I'm gonna go in my Swan Hourglass palette, and okay, so we have a few things that I want to play with. I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer. I think it's not so much adding bronzer, it's more about setting what we have in place. I'm gonna go very softly with the bronzer here, like this. Just like that, not more than this. And we need, so I need two things from the palette. I'm going to use the finishing powder and I'm going to use the highlighter because this highlighter is so beautiful. Just getting all over into my brush and really just kind of dusting off the product a little bit more. And it's got such a beautiful finish. And coming all over. It's quite blurring as well, which I really, really like. With my finger, I'm going to apply the highlighter, so the shade here. And look at this. Oh, beautiful. Don't want to apply too much. So I'm going to come and just play with it. So soft, so pretty. I mean, how many highlighter does a girl need? Actually, endless number of highlighter. I have so many highlighters. There's no way ever will I finish a highlighter. There's just no way. I have way too many. This is looking pretty good, my friends. It's looking very glowy, but yet it's not greasy. It's just a really nice makeup look. Like, obviously you need to be liking quite a bold color onto your eyes, but I think I quite like it. For my lips, I need something that is quite soft, nude and matte because really the focus is on the eyes. So I've got my lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury, the Lip Sculpt, the duo lip liner. And I'm going to use the shade, this is Fair. And just like this. So it's barely, you're just defining a little bit more your lips. So this is a product that I've changed my mind on. When they initially came out, I've lost the lid. There's too many things out on the makeup table. It doesn't matter, I'll find it later. When they initially came out, I was really on the fence. I was feeling like we were paying a little bit more for too short lip liner, and I was like, oh, how am I ever going to be using, you know, you should be using line and then you fill. And I don't know, I just felt like it was a bit of a marketing gimmick, but actually I absolutely love them. I've been using them so much. I have 3 different shades and I am using them on a weekly basis. For my lips, I'm going to use my Chanel Rouge à Lèvres Velvet. This is one of the new shade that came out recently, and it's shade number 76. It's extremely light on the lips, texture and shade. So if you have a dark lip, we're not going to see anything on you. It's literally like if you were to wear your concealer on your lip if you have a dark lip. So just be mindful if you are interested in a shade like this. If you have a dark lip, too dark, we're not going to see anything. So this is the final look. Obviously, it is quite an intense eye look. I'll give you this much. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. When you have such a beautiful eyeshadow palette like this, You have to be able to play and create different looks. I think this is a great look. I've got fluffy hair everywhere. If you have an event, if you have an evening or something that you just want to add a bright pop or boldness to your makeup look, it's actually very easy to recreate. I've used 2 eyeshadows, that's it, and my mascara, as simple as this. If you are a little bit more new to makeup, if you consider yourself a little bit more beginner, I would say do your eyes first. Don't even put foundation, no concealer, anything. That way, if you do have powder that falls onto your cheeks, it will happen. That's absolutely normal. You can dust it off and clean it before you go over with your foundation. That way, you're not going to ruin your foundation. You're not going to ruin your base, and it's going to save you time when you do your makeup. Otherwise, I think it's a very, very nice makeup. The rest is quite, you know, neutral, not too much going on. I mean, it's a very radiant, it's a very glowy skin, but it's glowy, but it's not like greasy or it looks oily like you've been sweating for the whole day. I quite like it. I mean, it is a little bit up there to go into the village and eat a donut, but you know, I'm happy. It's me. That's what I do. I love to play with makeup and just, you know, just own it. That's it. Just own it, girl. That is it on today's video. Honestly, I absolutely love every single product that I've used on today's video. This for me is a very big and great surprise. So if you're looking for something that is budget friendly, long lasting, crease proof, I mean, you could use it as a foundation, as your concealer, whatever. It's kind of mix the different shades together and your whole face is done. It's a really, really great product. The Hourglass palette. I mean, every year when the Hourglass palette comes out, it's funny because every year I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get the 3 of them because I mean it's a lot of product and they're quite expensive. And every year I end up buying the 3 of them, and every year I'm really happy I do. I just think Hourglass is doing product beautifully. The powders are stunning, but also there are a lot of competitor rising up onto the market. So Ilia has a face palette, and I think I'm gonna get it probably in the coming weeks. Now I've just purchased the new blush from Hermès, the Rocabar, so I'll do a full review on that one. It's a mineral powder, so I'm expecting them to have quite a similar finish. So I'll do a comparison as well. But I think there's a lot of competitor. There is place on the market for more powders like the Hourglass. Not necessarily at the same price point. Maybe, you know, Milani Cosmetic is a really, really good option if you want something a little bit more affordable. They are baked powders. They do have talc in them, so you gotta choose and be careful in terms of what you want to put onto your face and what you're okay with. But I think Hourglass is a beautiful brand. Valentino, well, you can't go wrong with Valentino, honestly. The blushes, it's just wow. And everything I've used today is beautiful and absolutely worth it. As usual, it will be listed down below. If you have any questions, suggestions, also, I really want to know what was your first job. Don't be shy, put them in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. And I'm so happy you guys are here. We're growing, it's great. And I think, like, obviously, selfishly, I want my channel to grow because for me, I want to turn it into a business, but I also want to create a community. I want to create a space where you guys feel safe to come and exchange with me, with other people that are leaving comments. Like, if you're all here on my page, you clearly have all something in common. It's makeup, but I think more than that, let's keep the conversation going. And I'm just so happy you guys are here and showing up for me, because I'm going to continue to show up for you. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.